Tunes on down. I know it's early. It's Wednesday. Y'all aren't ready for all the excitement. I get it. Y'all are all old. Actually, you're all young. I've gotten to actually talk to a lot of y'all, and y'all pretend like you're old, but you're not. You just like to play like that because your bones ache. Your bones don't ache because you're old. Your bones ache because you sit at a desk all day. Do like I do. You get you a standing desk. Anyway, welcome up, everybody. Good to see y'all. Hope you're having an amazing week so far. And I love and appreciate every single one of you, except Brandon, because he says he's old, and I think he's lying. We don't like the liars. Stop lying so much. But hope y'all are having a fantastic week. I do want to throw this out there just because I see people talking about it. Hey, if you're noticing your device and stuff running slow, and no, this isn't like some weird InfoWars ad about to happen, but one thing I will say is, hey, I can't fix the bugs in the game, but one thing that this game does have a really big problem with is bloat. So uninstalling and reinstalling your game actually can help, and here's why. I actually was talking to one of our regular community members this morning, and they were like, hey, Rev, my phone says my game takes up 20 gigs. Is that normal? No, it's not normal for something like a game to hold up 20 gigs of storage. That is a lot of waste and bloat and cache that it has done. Now, there are other easier ways maybe to do this, but for the less tech savvy out there, simple is make sure you got your Scopely ID to log back in when you reinstall the game. Uninstall the game, reinstall the game. You'll go from 20 gigs down to like 1.5, and you'll be like, wow, it actually crashes less. Will it still crash every day? Possibly, but it'll crash less every day. Take that bit of advice or don't. Completely up to you. Welcome in, everybody, though, and hope you're all having a great day. I got to do all the clicks today and recycled me another ISS jelly. So got to do a whole little max out scrap process and do that again. I got another ISS jelly waiting, and then I'll have my Enterprise A ready. And then in about 60 days, you're going to see this guy right here, my Gengar, me, heading level 60 for an Enterprise D. Very excited about that. So how on earth are you not freezing up? Oh, I've got one of those little radiator heaters. Hot, ow, hot. Hey, that really is hot. But I got one of those by my desk, so that's how. Ow. I may not be a smart man, but I know what Star Trek is. So, let's get into this. Who has questions about the Alliance task? It wasn't that bad. I mean, it was only on like 2 out of 3. Who has questions about Alliance task? And who needs help? I know it's all of you. So, touch warm things, hands are going to be hot. Who knew? Why your electric bill is $450? Well, Brandon, it would be higher if we tried to use the heater. Sorry, bud. But welcome here. Because the company that we have, y'all can look it up. There's actually a lot of scandals with Energy Louisiana, where not only do they charge you for the electricity you use, they also put a huge surcharge for the gas they use as well. So it is not uncommon to see people in Louisiana with $600, $700, $800 light bills living in normal houses. It's really bad. It's really bad. So, shout out Energy Louisiana. There are some things here that are quite cheap. We still have cheapest eggs, right? Our mortgages and rents are quite low. There's some things that are quite bad though, like energy. And since they have a monopoly, unless somebody wants to give me, however much it costs to have solar panels, I'm kind of up the creek without a paddle. So, yeah, it'd be like that. So we have Alliance tournaments running right now, and I'm going to see, do I have a free-to-play 10K task handy? I do have this one, but I don't think y'all want to watch me do that. Now, this one is a paid one, but I do want to point out there's a 10K task for both the Dominion and the Borg Solo directives, and I encourage everybody to go after that one. You just got to save your Dominion boxes and your Bajoran rare turn-in box. Now, this is a free-to-play one. This will require me actually grinding it out, and I don't know if I want to do that on stream. Maybe tonight's stream. I don't know if I want to do that right now. So, yeah, I really don't know if I want to do that right now. That's, for those who've seen me do it, it is doable. Now, I guess opportunity for us to put on the screen. What are the free-to-play 10K tasks? Well, there's a lot of free-to-play 10K tasks. And let's do, which is the easiest one to see? This tab. One word. Yeah. So let's rotate. And you see up here, we've got 10K. Those that we put in bold are the easiest to acquire. Those that do not have this sheet, it is in my Discord. In fact, hold on, I'll just share it out real quick. Hit the share button, copy link, and I'll put it back up here. There's a couple people's email I didn't want to. Those that don't have this list is one of the handiest lists that I think we've ever put together, because we know that Alliance Tournaments is semi-consistent. We know every month we're getting Alliance Tournaments, generally speaking. Don't know exactly when, but we know what's coming. So this time we had a little bit of forewarning, so hopefully y'all have saved up certain things. But there are a lot of 10K tasks here, as the Forbidden Tech task that I was just talking about is right here, using the Mirror Refinery FT Exchange, the X-Borg FT Exchange, and technically the Ferengi Whip, as well as actually doing Q trials, which give you proto matter. You can grind this one out completely F2P. The worst thing I ever did to myself was do that, I think, 5 times over the course of like 3 days for an Alliance tournament. And it really burned me. In fact, I don't want to do it again. But it's very doable. And how many trial bells it takes, because I see that question already from Denwit, which is a good question. Let me switch on back. Depends on a couple of factors. Let me explain the factors that it depends on. Can't do that one. Yeah, it's 6-star. I can't do that one. Reroll. So it depends on, number one, what level is your Q trial building? For those that do not remember, your Q trial building has a bonus right here that improves the amount of proto matter you own when you destroy a Q trial hostile. So you see my bonus is right under 700% because I'm level 56, and that's as high as I can obviously take it. So I can get about 700% more than I normally would. Now, what is the standard? What would I normally get? See that? You go into your Q trials themselves. Depends on which ones you want to go after. For a long grind, I'm usually going to do the 2 stars just because I know there's never going to be a hostile I run into that I worry about. So I would get 120 times my multiplier. I get around 900 something when I do this, right? Now, could I do the 3-star trials? I could. There are just some instances where I would need to make sure I've got my big ship and my crews out, and maybe here and there I'd need a Cerritos buff. And I could do this, and then I would be doing 160 times that amount. So getting over 1,000 per. So that means the amount of bells you would need depends on the amount of currency you can earn. There is your mathematical formula. Short answer, I mean, have some bells laying around. Don't attempt this if you've only got 200 trial bells. But if you got a couple of thousand trial bells laying around, you'll be able to easily do this even at the lowest level, which is the 1-star trials, assuming you don't have like a level 1 Q star building. So again, there are options for that. How hard it is really depends on the individual player. I'm definitely not trying to like not answer the question, but it is something very unique, because let's say that you are out there and you're a player and this is completely fine. You're one of those players who's like, hey, I don't really want to do all the things every day, so Q trials is something that I've forgotten. I would never recommend that. I think Q trials have a lot of value. But let's just say that you're level 56, but your Q trial building is only level 28. Well, you're going to get significantly less than I am. A level 28 Q trial building is only able to pull in a 258. So it's about, less than half of what I'm able to do. It's going to take you twice as much to an extent of trial bells to complete that same task. So it's one of those that have it marked, prepare for it, is what I always recommend. But if you can't do it, don't worry, there are other 10K tasks that we can run. It's just a good one. And it's one that generally everybody can do because you can get trial bells from the Ferengi Whip, which is free to play now. Also, one of the reasons we talk about not taking it past tier 8, so we can still have a chance at those bells. Don't forget that every syndicate level, as you go up until 46, but all the way up to 45, you get a Q trial bell freebie. In terms of it's an FT gift is what it's listed as. That gives you 550 bells for every syndicate level. And yeah, that's the one. Yeah, start it. Yeah, that's it, right? I'm really quick on the click. Pretty sure that's the one I want. Yeah, that is good. Yeah, he's my free to play one. All right, so, second guess. I'm like, wait, it just popped up for me. So right here, it's tier 4 for the whip. No, tier 8 is max. Now we can go over that sheet, but there are some people who only do tier 4. I do tier 7/8. But either way, the logic is still the same. This is the one that I'm going after right now. This is the, in my opinion, easiest one to free to play and save for. And this is obviously built around the Zindy Loop, your NX01. So 16 to 24 safe opportunity exchanges. It depends on the tier of the NX01. And I'm going to go do this one right now. Easy 10K task is going to give me 12,000 rerolls, 4,400 tourney credits. And that is one of my absolute favorites for anybody. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that because that's good. We're going to just go into my refinery real quick. Scroll down here to the bottom and ignore all the ones that are not ready to pull. But this is the one we're looking at here. You see I've currently got saved 6,660 of these chips. I'm just going to go here and I'm going to pull, let's see, hold on, don't pull too many. I don't remember exactly how many I need to pull. I need to pull 12. I don't remember how many I need to pull. So I'm going to pull 12 and see. All right, so not enough. I need to pull a little bit more. I need to get 6,000. Maybe it's 16 I need to pull. I'm going to play it safe and just do another 4. I think that's what it is, 16? Yeah, thank you, chat, 16. And there we go. I got it done. And that's going to complete that task. That's an easy 10K'er. So now you can't have like 20,000 of those saved up in a month's time. But obviously you can have enough saved up to get this done. Bam. Easy peasy. And your alliance is happy. Rev's contributing. Wow, Rev, you're so amazing. You're so useful. You're welcome. Now, in that spreadsheet I sent you, we also have a couple of pretty graphics that Blue's put together to make it easy to see some of the ones that you can go after. For example, the temporal disruptor one is technically possible if you have gotten a lot of the temporal artifacts maxed out. You can do that one. I can't do it, so I always re-roll it. This one I've actually saved a building for. So if you upgrade the building, for those curious, how do you get the 15 uncommon skill points? Well, that comes from actually upgrading your building. And it's like level 51 and above-ish. You're looking at to get all 1,500 of those. So the sheet has the general task list that we work on and we'll update every time tasks get added. Then there's the cheat sheet of like the really easy 10K task that you can work on. But as you can see, there's several 10K. The Galactic Recruit, I tell people to save up those emergency field rations. That takes 9 emergency field ration turn-ins. Forbidden Tech, the X-Borg credits, which you just saw me do, and then the X-Borg solo directives and the X-Dominion, the Dominion solo directives that are epic. Both of these are easy peasy if you have saved those chests. So, would it be possible to add to that sheet the approximate ops level for each? Yeah, I guess that's doable. Yeah, I mean, this one is technically doable for anybody, assuming they have the bells saved up. So, like, you could say this is like a level 30 player could do that one. And any player could do Galactic Recruits if they're saving the emergency field rations. For those that don't remember what the emergency field rations are, that's what Scopely sends in a lot of their oopsie chests for when they screw something up. So if you save your emergency field rations, that means you're going to be able to get the Galactic Recruit tokens, thus you complete that 10K task. Now you also have the Grinders 10K task, which are, you know, if you're needing the points to help out your alliance, obviously that's good. They don't pay out near as much in terms of the currency rewards, but they're grindable. So like defeating 4 epic Borg solo armadas is not difficult. And again, anybody in the G4 and above can do that. You know, same with the Dominion solos. G6 solos, that's obviously gonna be a G6 player, but you know, a lot of these you can do as mid-level players quite easily, but some of these 10Ks do not pay out as much. The big ones, there are 5 key free-to-play ones that we really recommend people go after. Depending on what level you are, you can also do these free-to-play, the G6 uncommon ones, using things like Multiphasics or the Revenant, but you would need to be a higher level player to pull that out, so we don't currently have those bolded. So technically there are a couple people out there in the free-to-play sphere that could pull that off. So Joe says, how would an Ops 30 save up enough bells? A daily gift maxes out at 75. Easy. Just like I said before, you get rewards of bells, 550 per when you do syndicate upgrades. So as your syndicate grows, you'll get more trial bells. So you see, I've got hit 46 now, so I don't get any more, sadly. But you I hate that they lose the numbers and I can't see anymore. Where is the FT? Why is it not showing the FT? There it is. Forbidden Tech gift starts right here. Protomatter bells. So my lower level account on 710 is getting right in this area. So it depends on where your syndicate's at. With the game paying out more and more syndicate, yeah, it's between 40 and 45. My lower level is getting there. Between 40 and 45, you get 550 bells. And it might not be there now, but this is something with the amount of syndicate getting paid out, more and more people are getting up there. And just like Andy says, one day you're going to wake up and go, how the heck did I get 18,000 bells? Because you get them through things like this. And don't forget, one of the reasons that we encourage people to at least free-to-play task all the battle passes, the season passes have a dirty little habit of paying out trial bells. So if you're doing all your season, I don't remember if it was this one, one of these pays out bells. I don't remember which, if it's the territory or the waves, but I just got bells from one of these here in the past couple weeks. And I know I should have had that ready. This one, it's a stream and not a video. The way I can fumble through some of the things. Maybe it was the wave one. But you'll notice the seasonal passes often have bells stuck in one of the milestones, and that'll help you also build it up. Just don't be like Rev and not do anything. See, don't be like this. This is bad. Don't be like this. The territory pass, I thought so, Brigadier, but regardless, seasonal passes, keep an eye out, because that is somewhere that you can see those propagate, and that way you can try to take advantage of them. So, yeah, like I said, this is this live stream. It's not perfect. Hey, look, I got another one, so I can start it again. The key is you need to make sure that you have 16. Oh, don't tell me somebody already pulled it. Somebody already pulled it. Well, that is a very popular one, so not really a surprise, but I hate that I missed it. Now, you got stuff like this, acquire 17,000 multiphasics. That's literally buy a pack. So I'll just go ahead and rotate that on out and wait for my other 10Ks to show up. And in the meantime, I come in here in the store, start grabbing some of the things that I need. Now, I already have this. One thing I am griping to the overlords about is please, please, please remove the things that I already have so I don't pull them again. It's really annoying. So your comment about a day and a half of the game freezing is a joke about your heater. Oh? No. Somebody said that it's cold. And it is cold. It's a solid, like, -3 Celsius. Nobody's being a shill, CMF. If you're mad at Scopely, go be mad at Scopely. I'm not Scopely. You can't call the guy who tells you to not buy things a shill. I literally say don't buy things. I literally say if you don't like the game, quit. It's not shilling. But I'm not the person you should be pissed at, because I don't work for Scopely. I don't work for them. I'm a guy in a chicken costume telling you how to play the game. I'm not. What do you want from me? I can't fix your game. I can help it be better. You know, tell you to uninstall it, reinstall it, because that'll get rid of a lot of bloat. It's just a helpful tip. Yeah. Only people on Android and iOS are those that manage to revert their update. Why is Scope not reverting? No idea. Yeah, my chicken costume. See? Because it's cold, I've got a onesie like a grown 4-year-old. Because it's cold. All right? I can make fun of Louisiana. We're not used to this. It's below freezing. So yes, I've got a chicken onesie because it's freaking cold. So, my office is not part of the central air thing. So, yeah. Maybe Scopely's watching you and warning you to tell them to fix the bugs. Hey, if that's what it takes, Scopely, please fix the bugs. Y'all hurry up and wait on that to be effective. But let's see. What do I need to pull? I need to go check and see how close I am to Columbia, how close I am to Armored Voyager. Also need to double check how close I am to these primes. I know I need both of these still, but I have to go manually count and write down how many pulls I need for each of these. How many pulls I need for each of these. I just deleted and reinstalled the game and it works better. You're welcome. Happy to help out. See, that's what I do. I don't actually fix the bugs. I just tell you how to make the bugs more manageable. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. So glad that worked out though. And it sped up my phone as well. Now, if you're a complete crazy person like Rev and you're playing, 18 accounts on your PC and stuff, you're probably past the point of no return worrying about, storage issues. But yeah, a simple uninstall, reinstall can definitely make your phone perform better, especially if you're the type of player who's out there just trying to get a quick 15 minutes in while you're taking a break at work and you want to hang out with your alliance and get a task done. There you go. So, I think first what I need to do is I actually need to bring out a word pad so I can write down where my stuff's at. So I can check where I'm at with my skins, because the skins do have a couple of nice little perks. That's like getting the transwarp skin for the Borg Cube. You're gonna get the ability to summon jump yourself. So basically a one ship disco. And then you also get a slight hull health bonus. So it'd be nice to pick these up. And say I picked up this one, the last Alliance tournament. Sorry, it's a 350% hull health boost. And the transwarp drive, so you can jump to a system. You also get this, a daily chest of transwarp manifolds in the gift section to activate the Borg Cube transwarp ability, which is common sense. To use the ability, you gotta have a currency because Copeland knows no other way. So, any idea if the free battle pass unlocks from Twitch stream giveaway happen the next 2 days? Sandra, it was supposed to happen, I think, yesterday. I need to go back and check with everybody, but I did ask, and it was supposed to come out this week. So, supposed to come out this week. So at reset, there were 4 options for Jelly Pursuit. One of them were the top 2 players got a full unlock, but ops level C's at SLB. Supposed to be 36 and above, Dave, but not if you already have it. 36 and above. All right, so let's see. I'm 80 out of 120. That should be 5 pulls, I believe, for this one. 80 out of 120 and nothing on the Armored Voyager. So I'm 80, 120 on the NX-02. Sorry, y'all. I'm not ignoring y'all, but y'all know how this is. Like, if you don't track this, you're going to overpull. The Scopely has not made this easy. 0 out of 120 on Voyager. And the Columbia refit is going to double the amount of officer exchange containing rare and epic Voyager officers in the export faction store, which is nice if you're trying to work on maxing out Neelix, Lana Torres, but even going after other officers as well. Getting all those below deck officers max, picking up this skin, especially if you're out there as a free-to-play, can be super beneficial to you because of maxing out very important officers. And Chakotay still widely used. Janeway widely used. So good to pick this skin up if you're trying to work on your officer sourcing. Maybe not top priority like some of the other primes are, but still a good one to go after. And hey, more is more. I say it all the time here. I mean, it's a big thing in my content that more is more. Also, let's go ahead and pull up the prime list. We can put this on the screen as well. Those that don't remember, I know I'm always plugging, things that we've made, but we have a lot of great tools out here trying to help make the game better for y'all. So if you remember, we have a spreadsheet that covers all the primes that you can get via Alliance tournaments and where they are found. So if you need this is also in the Discord. Carlos, thank you so much. Says, can you ask the Overlords about rare Armada core sourcing? I have no Valve being a G5 player for the 3-star mats in the bundle they sell. I don't understand the Valve part. Do make sure you continue to pull your Armada chest. And yes, I have brought up to them, and we'll do again, that there needs to be better sourcing for rare Armada cores, and there needs to be better knowledge. For those that don't know, you'll actually get gated. You can't go into G5 if you've not upgraded your ACC. So you need to be pulling those value. Yeah, cool. I was like, Valve, brain, ginger, no work, no comprehend. But for those that don't know, real quick, just to tell you what Carlos is going through, you can't go into G5, you can't move up until you upgrade your ACC. There is a bottleneck there that is not like widely announced. So with that in mind, make sure you're always pulling your Armada chest to get those rare cores. If you are stuck, like Carlos, you have to make those pulls, but I will also advocate, I think there should be a better way to source them. I think you can throw them into things like Alliance tournaments as a reward, because some people don't know that that is coming. Like, there is a wall that you're going to hit with your ACC. And if you hit that wall, let's just say you're moving in the upper 40s, but your ACC is 35. You stopped upgrading it because you don't see it having a lot of relevance, which I think is fair. Then you're going to be like, well, crap, now I actually can't go where I want to go. Like, I need at least ACC 46 to get into G5, and now I'm stuck. And that's not fun. Nobody wants to get hit by a wall. So, number one, agree with you. Definitely will bring up, again, the need for better sourcing of that. And two, for those that don't know, get all your stuff. Like, pull your Armada chest. Happy to buy bundle, but no value in G3 mats. Well, Carlos, I'll tell you this, and I tell everybody this. There is never a point, ever, where you should stop pulling G3 Armada chests. Ever a point. You should always be pulling them. I pull the G3 Armada chest every single day. G4s, I pulled when I needed the cores. But I still pull G3s every day. Why do I pull G3 every day? Well, a couple reasons. Number one, rare Armada directive sourcing. Pull it every day, regardless of if I need any of these mats. I pull that every day. I pull the rare every couple days for the same logic, but extending that to epic directives. Now, can I build and scrap these? Yes. Do I need to build and scrap these? Not anymore. Like it's an option for me if I want to, but I'm doing it just to make sure I get this every day. Free to play sourcing for directives every single day. I know you're talking about spending money, Carlos, but I'm talking to everybody else right now. Carlos, I hear you. I do. Let me talk to the other 300 people. I get you. I'm right there with you, my buddy. I am. I promise I am. Remember, I got Carlos plus friends, and I'm just talking to the plus friends right now, reminding the plus friends we always pull these chests. Each and everybody at the same time. I'm trying to hit as many dartboards as I can, my friend. I'm with you, though. I get what you're saying. Just, you're not being annoying. You're not annoying. If anybody's annoying, it's the literal ginger in a chicken costume broadcasting his face across YouTube. You're not annoying. That's me. I'm just making sure everybody else follows along, right? So we always pull these for the cores and for the directives, and I will even pull the epic simple for the logic of ISS Jelly, because ISS Jelly scrapping is still such an important mechanic. As you can see, I have another ISS Jelly I can build, and I just got a couple more shards, even though 2's not really worth bragging about. And then don't forget those faction credits that I just got. Now, when it comes to G4, I've stopped pulling G4, except for things like rares, or I'm sorry, uncommons. And if I have the currency, I will pull rares. As you can see, I need to go run rare armadas, which I typically do on Thursdays for the Vindicator event, but I don't care about the cores. I care about the directives. That is the big sourcing for me. Erwin, good to see you, man. Wish Scopely would remove items from Alliance Tournament Store, which I already got /finished. 100% agree. 100% agree with that. Yeah. 100% agree. Jerome says, never thought of uninstalling and reinstalling, just gone from 17 gigs down to 1.2. Absolutely. See, here's the thing. Little things like that should not have to happen. Like, I'm not out here trying to say, hey, I work for Scopely, and let me tell you, you should have always been uninstalling and reinstalling. No, the game should not require that. Like, the game should be stable and efficient and not bloated. You wouldn't have to do that, right? But if we can help you, I want to help you. And that is something that I have found consistently with players who play on tablets and phones. This definitely helps their performance uninstalling and reinstalling if they've bloated up to 15, 20, 25. And Darius is right. It will regrow, right? It's a cache. It's the game itself is not that large. It's all the things the game is saving on your device and then recalling every time you open up the game. So it shouldn't be like that. I'm not saying it should. Not defending Scopely. Just trying to help you have the most efficient, fun, working, stable game you can. This is an easy thing that a player can do. Check your storage on your device. If you notice that it says the game's taking up 15, 20, 25, 30 gig, uninstall, reinstall, you'll probably notice a performance improvement, but don't expect it to fix everything, right? There's definitely still bugs and problems. This is just trying to do what you can do to make your experience more enjoyable. Stefan, thank you so much for the kindness. I greatly appreciate you throwing me some of those euros. Thank you very, very much. So, Matt Hatter adds in, if you use an Android device, you can clear the cache and data. It's the same as uninstall and reinstall. Correct, Matt. I typically, now I'll just explain why I just tell people to uninstall, reinstall. Not only do I typically deal with multiple devices, not everyone is tech savvy. So I know that I can just tell people, hey, hold down the button. When it shows you the little minus sign, delete it and then reinstall it just because it's easier. But you are right. If you're on Android, you can just do the, clear cache and that will do the same thing. So just trying to do whatever method is easiest for everybody. Harry, good to see you. Alliance tournaments, Astro Prime Particle with will the Delta Spike research and starships carry over to the archive pulls? Yes, it does carry. That was confirmed by the Overlords. Still not one of my top primes to go after, but it does. It does. And agree, and definitely thank you, Stefan. If anybody does want to donate to the channel, never required, tremendously appreciated, because I can't be the annoying ginger on your YouTube screen without it. Big thank you. And the donate links, the PayPal, the Venmo, the Cash App are in the chat. Again, never required, but very, very much appreciated. Is there a benefit to going level 33? In itself, just the level, no. There are benefits to leveling up. I mean, generally in that range, we try to encourage people to just go ahead and, or we'll say just, hey, go ahead and go to 34/35. Something like that. I need to go run one of these. Lint Liquors. Got a lot to do today. All right, so let me go check my task again. I need to go run regular armadas and fancy armadas. All right, fusion rods, it's a no. Looks like other people are refreshing right now. Fusion rods is a no. Yep. refresh. That's buying a pack. I'm gonna hop out of here because it's like somebody else is refreshing while I'm trying to refresh. So that's a problem. That's a problem. How many hostiles did you have to hit when you did the 10K fusion rods? None. That's not one of the free-to-play tasks. You're thinking of the Forbidden Tech Proto Matters. Hold on, let me got one of these is not bolded and it should be. But I'll put this back on the screen. Boop. So the fusion rods are not free to play. This is not free to play. That one's not. The one that's free to play is the Forbidden Tech Proto Matter that you grind out. And again, the number of hostiles there depends on your Q trial building, so the bonus you get, and then which Q trials you're actually hitting. So, do alliance tasks reappear if already done once? Yes, you can get the same alliance task 12 times in theory. So, everybody in your alliance is sharing the alliance task list. So, if you do a task, it can still propagate and show up for everybody else. Gaming at 28 is massively helping my grind, making my grind better. Well, I'm happy to hear that, Mr. Original Thought. And my goal is for you to enjoy things. It really is. Why did I do the Proto Matter task? Here's the thing, Danny Bear. The Proto Matter task is probably the most annoying of the free-to-play tasks to do. Have a few terabytes of free space on my computer. Haven't need to uninstall or reinstall. Okay, as long as it's working good. Computer is usually not going to have the same issues that the phones do. Different client, different things. So, all right, let's go back into here. And let's see, you got Syndicate. See, that's a no. This one I actually can do. For the first time in a long time, I can show this one. Acquire 1,500 uncommon skill points. Let me show you exactly what you got to do for this one. This is one that confuses so many people. This is what you got to do. Right here. You have to unlock this building. You have to upgrade this building. This is how it's completed. You might be going, Rev, that doesn't make any sense. What do you mean? Yep. No, I'm not telling you for it to make sense. I'm telling you how to do it. Okay? To do this one. This is from upgrading the building. All right? It's the only way to do it. You save building upgrades for alliance tournaments, like I'm doing right here. And I'm going to do, boop, speed up, get my rewards, and then pass Benito. There you go. So, that one is tricky, though, because a lot of people get caught on that because they think of the refinery for their uncommon. No. This is saving that particular building upgrades, and then when it rolls around, you can cash it in. Now, as you can see, unless you just got a huge stockpile of these laying around, you're probably only gonna be able to do this maybe once in an alliance tournament and maybe every couple of months. Or if you're like Nemesis and you're an absolute beluga, you're not gonna be able to do that one at all. But just anything that you can try to save. Right there. So good to see you, Nemesis, by the way. Sad that you weren't here on Twitch the other night. That was fun. All right, let's see. How's the Emerald Chain work? Confused on how to get the XP. I get some, but unsure on how I got them. So, Robert, Emerald Chain XP is determined by how your alliance places in alliance tournaments. So at the end of the tournament, rewards will be divvied out. The little list of all that here. And depending on where you finish, Masters League, Adept, Apprentice, whatever, your alliance will earn a certain amount of the reputation. And then your Commodore / Admiral will collect it. And then that'll get put into your pot right up here. So if you're just a regular player out there in the normal realm of just, hey, I'll log in and enjoy my mates, your leadership takes care of that, and then you help contribute to it by how you perform in alliance tournament. The better y'all do in terms of like the leaderboard here, the more you earn, and that's how you win. Right now we're 4th, and I can already hear we're getting yelled at for not being number 1 in our Masters tournament bracket. Shout out 10 Forward if you're out there. Currently number 1, and we're coming for you. Shout out to Officer Henry 69996. Yeah. So, big fan of 69. Send him a random message. Do a little bit of chirping. Right, a little trash talk. Why not? Have fun with it. All right. Trails, I have a command center building right now, but it's only level 49. That'll give me less. So you can see how much you get on the building itself. So if you look on the right side, it says uncommon skill point reward. That's what you're looking for here. All right. You need it to be, I think it's at least 1,500 before that's going to help you. So you have tasks to do on 710. You're right, Tibbs, I do. I do have 710 pulled up in the background. So how you doing, Tibbs? Good to see you. Can't wait for that to be your main, by the way. June 9th, 1996, a famous date in history. Okay. Help me out. You gonna make me Google it? I guess I'll Google it. All right, let's see. June 6th, 1996. I don't see anything particularly crazy. I mean, Bone Thugs and Harmony had a #1 song at the time. Oh, the 9th. Okay. 9th. I don't know. Just here. I'm willing to learn. I was a baby. Yevgeny Kavelnikov won his first Grand Slam tennis title. Is that it? That it? That it? I don't think that's it. All right, well, let's get back to things that people care about. Y'all distracted me enough from one YouTube stream. All right, let me get a building going. Do I have... let's just go ahead and do the... Go ahead and get this up. Yep. We'll get Sid upgraded. All right, you got your protector. Congratulations, Isaiah. I know how to do all the refineries, but I was just going to ask if there's anything that I need to know and how fast does the protector level up to tier 5? I would not say it levels up fast, but I would say there's no reason to hold back on it. Now, I will add in one little caveat real quickly. You can choose to follow this advice or not. I purposely chose to make my refines easier, even though that means I will get less stuff. But what I mean by that is, in my research tree, I have still not advanced my refinery past the tier 4 one. So if we go into mirror, we scroll right over here. My mirror refinery advancement is still sitting right here. Because remember, as you advance this, your refinery will pay out more, but it requires you to have more. So I didn't want to mine more Trillium A, Trillium D. I just left it here. And you know what? My mirror research is basically maxed out. And I didn't need to upgrade it. So while the NSCA, I would not say there's any reason to hold back on upgrading the NSCA. I would say you maybe don't want to upgrade this. That's a little bit of a, yeah. Yeah. So, just a thought. Now, if you disagree in the chat, you're more than welcome to say, hey, Rep, I disagree. But I've left it there. I've left it there. Anorax is definitely worth it. Anorax is a very nice officer. I love the uniqueness of how he works. I don't think he's perfect because I do wish that he worked on every box in existence. Like, that just seems logical. Why not just make him work on 30% of all boxes that ever drop? But that's not what Scopely chose to do. But I do like it. I like him a lot. TJ says he agrees, but he still upgraded it. What was it? Was it the, like, was it FOMO? Was it just the OCD? What made you do it? What made you do it? Don't forget the mission keys. Thank you, Joanne. That is a fantastic reminder to everybody in the chat. Do your mission key redeems. If you haven't already, helps out your alliance. I promise you they appreciate it. I appreciate it too. Because, well, I think it's good to help out your alliance. Look at the date and put yourself in the Samo track. Well, I've already done the 69 joke, so I already messaged that. But people were saying that it was like a real thing. I already did the 69 joke. Like that's I'm already there. Like, don't worry, the 13-year-old got the joke. But I was wondering if there's more to it. So, you comment about there being a banner on the arena button saying no arena schedule. So, there was a planned, currently doing my mission key in the background for those wondering why I'm just sitting here. There was a planned, intended EU test. I was supposed to run for PvP arenas today to release the new features of PvP arenas. Here's the thing. Didn't happen. There were so many issues, they didn't even run it. So that means that the planned launch of Monday is postponed. I don't know if it's going to happen. But the hope was, in the amazing world of everything works, that you were going to have the Europe have a great PvP arena today. Test is going to go great. 400,000 people were going to play. Twice as many people who are even in the game. They're just going to show up and be like, hey, love this. And it was going to be amazing. Oh my God, everybody's pairing up with their rival alliances and taking it. Didn't happen. So with that in mind, we'll see what Monday looks like. Because Monday was planned to run the updated version of arenas. Well, not looking that good. I'll keep you updated if I have anything. At the moment, all I have is corny jokes and a positive attitude. If I have more details, I will share. So, yep. Do you know neutrino pools? Also, a good recommendation, Ardalac. Thank you. I'll do it after I do these pulls right here. Stupid question. The blue Picard next gen replaced the old hostile crew. So if you're asking about Lieutenant Picard, yes, he does. Now, he's not better than Pipe Moro Chin, but he does replace the next generation crew. Yes. Yeah. Don't know how to unlock Seska. Don't have an event for it. You unlock Seska via the USS Relativity. I'm actually about to unlock Seska right now. So that's via the USS Relativity. Again, not telling y'all to go buy it, letting you know how it happens. There you have it. So I use these currencies to get my Seska. I literally just got Seska. Like, this moment happened right now. You witness it before your eyes. Crazy. You love rolling the G6 mat task? Just have it repopulate? Well, the thing is, Carrie, if you get high enough level, that's a free-to-play one, right? But I get it. You know, where you're at right now, irrelevant to you. And with everybody in the alliance sharing the same task roles, you know, it just means that you're going to have to see things that you don't necessarily want right now or need. We'll come down here real quick. We'll pull this one. There we go. A little bit more strand of Prinum hair. And they don't have the rep. I'm not chief detective yet, so. Nah. Debating on whether I want to pull the syndicate. I'm just going to hold off on it now. Pull this though. Such a shill. I am. Y'all should definitely buy more RevDeuce.com merch because it helps out the family. And if you sign up to be a member on RevDeuce.com, you can actually be part of movie night. You can play games with me. There's a lot of perks. There's discounts on merch. And your money's going to help 3 kids survive in Louisiana as opposed to 3 kids surviving on 3 different yachts in California. I appreciate it. My kids appreciate it. You're awesome. All right. Thank you. All right. Where can I get the NX01 refit from? Do I need to level up? So which refit are you talking about, Drift? There's a couple different refits for the NX01. One refit is available in the actual NX01 refinery. And then there's another refit that you can get through the Alliance Tournament store. Both of them have nice uses, just different sourcing mechanics. Yeah. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Question. Bring your, if I haven't answered a question, by the way, because I have seen a lot of people here today, which again, thank you. Almost 400 people here. That's insane. Y'all are awesome. Middle of a Wednesday, and y'all are coming hanging out with me. I really appreciate that. So while you're there, hit the like button. And also, if I've missed your question, always know that it's completely okay to repeat it. With there being so many people, I can miss things sometimes, but I do appreciate you. So if I ever miss it, just hit me again. And I'm not saying spam it every 3 seconds, but repeat it. I'll be more than happy to grab it. I do want to go grab that free event store loot real quickly. Gotta go mining today. Oh my Lanta. Yeah. All right, let's do this. Let's see what we get. RNG says, oh, I didn't get the 3rd. I got the 6. Hey, I'm not gonna gripe. That's a regular SMS worth. Yeah, actually happy. I didn't get the weakest link. Well, looky there. Look at Rev getting all the things, being the great Rev that he is. All right, so we need to do Lost Styles today. That's our grind. We also have the Explorer Hunter. So we need to use an Explorer and do Lost. Well, I have a ship just for that. It's called the Sompek. It's an Explorer. So we'll do that. Our cube there. Put this here. Yeah, that's an Armada crew. You're right, ladies and gentlemen. Do I care? No, I really don't. But I'll go ahead and switch it so that somebody doesn't take a screenshot and then post it in a channel that makes fun of people's crews. Now, if I ever ended up in there, that'd be pretty embarrassing, wouldn't it? All right, so I'm just gonna put this there. What I personally like to do is just go full loot with a little bit of ISO. Doesn't really matter for the lost hostiles, but just generally speaking in terms of crews, I'm gonna send this out and do all those at one time. And then I guess I'll go get my Nova out and do that real quick. And then we'll go back to Alliance tasks, answer questions. You know why they extended tournament a day, then also extended the cooldowns? Oh, Mike, obviously just to grind y'all's gears so that you can't manipulate the double pulls, obviously. As to why, I don't have an answer as to why. They did not share an answer as to why. I will tell you that a lot of people enjoy tournaments, so it's more opportunity, but a lot of us who do the free-to-play task, well, we're going to run out of things that we can do. Like, I don't have enough things to do. Even if I did all the proto matter for 6 days, I could not do that. So extending it makes it also a maybe a little bit more of a lean into the spenders, because now the spenders want to buy more packs to do more of those 10K tasks or Alliance wins. You know, for me, I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to do what I can do, and that's it. I'm not going to buy a pack for it. I'm not going to go overboard. I'm going to do what I can do, and I'll be done. That'll be it. We'll just see how it goes. My Ferengi Whip is tier 8, and I don't have bells in the refinery for it. Have I screwed up, or is there another requirement for bells in the refinery? So, Morph, do you see proto matter or bells, or do you see rare, epic, and uncommon fragments? Because one weird thing about the Ferengi Whip that not everybody knows is, let me find it. It is here. If you have not unlocked all the uncommons and stuff, you're not going to see the options for anything besides fragments. Let's see if we've got, I think it's Vor refinery. Is it the Vor refinery or is it Latinum? I'm trying to find that spreadsheet. I know I just sent it to Tibbs like last week. I'm literally going to go to Tibbs DMs find that daggum spreadsheet. But I can show you what the drop rates are, but there's just some really weird stuff how that plays out. So let me go Iberius. Look at that. Found the spreadsheet. And put this on the screen. Y'all can see what I'm looking at. So here's your Ferengi Whip right here. So this is what you should get offered. However, you have to be obviously level 40 plus, and you have to have unlocked the other options. And then once you've gotten that uncommons out the way, then this propagates. I know that's really confusing, and I agree. That's really confusing. But once you get through the cheap ones, like the commons and stuff, have all those unlocked, then you have options for Proto Matter and Bells. Now, here's why we tell people you don't take it past tier 8. Some people don't take it past tier 4. Simply because of playing the numbers game. At tier 4, you can see we have 5 options for Proto Matter, 4 options for Bells versus 5 and 4. So it's basically a 50-50 of what you get. Now, here's the negative to it. They don't go as high. Like your highest here is only 280 versus 1.1 million here. So some people stop at tier 4, which makes sense. They're playing the numbers game. Some people like me take a little bit more risk and stop at tier 8. Right? So I still have good numbers in terms of like there's 6 between Bells and Proto Matter versus 10. So it's not too lopsided. But then you get here and you just get down only the big numbers. You're basically only ever going to get these is what happens. So 2 different methodologies, a little bit less big rewards, but more likely to hit Bells and Proto Matter. Or you can do it like Rev, go a little bit more risky, still have a chance at Bells and Proto Matter, maybe a little bit less, but bigger numbers. But that's the reason why we tell people do not max out your Ferengi Whip. Besides the fact that it saves you tier up Catalyst, it saves you the Proto Matter, etc. This is the logic as to why. Lube, good to see you, my friend. Love you, buddy. Glad you're here. So there's the logic. If you need this spreadsheet, y'all know what I'm going to say. It's in the Discord. It's in the volunteer charts channel of the Discord. If you need help finding it, contact myself, a moderator, a volunteer, orange name, a content creator, purple name, etc. in my Discord, and we'll help you out. You can even contact Lube. He's going to ignore you because he's busy playing with his goats. But need help, a lot of helpful people on Discord or the Facebook. If you hit me up on Facebook, I can send you the link to this. What I got to do. So let's take this off the screen. Go back to our Alliance tournament task and grinding Lost Stop. So Rev is complaining because it's -3 we're here. Yes, I am complaining, man. It's cold, okay? It's below freezing. I would be getting hypothermia if I walked outside right now. I don't think I would survive. You'd never have another video. Who would you rely on for videos? Lube makes one once a year, right? Who would you rely on for video? You need me to stay inside and stay warm. Don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of me. All right. What I have to unlock first is I can see the rest of the options. So, Muhammad, you have the common FTs and such. That once you get those unlocked, the transphasic torpedo, the subnucleonic beam, once you get these unlocked, you will then see the other options. You got to get these. Got to get those. All right. I don't know if I've asked. I know I've asked this a few times. Is the Dolomite Prime order still the same? Yes. They've not changed for me. They're still the same. There are more ways to get Dolomite now. In fact, I love that there's Dolomite in the event store. But the value for me is still the same. Those primes about being efficient with ship engineering and your ship parts, still my top for Dolomite. But don't forget, I feel so bad I'm plugging so many spreadsheets. I did just have a very helpful volunteer help me update this one this past week. So we have all the primes listed in here that are free to playable and stuff. This is our primes spreadsheet and Alliance tournaments. But if you scroll up a little bit, you have Orbit medallions and then Dolomite. All the ones that you can get with Dolomite. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, absolutely recommend those Dolomite primes and sources. Just anything that you can do as a low-level spender or a free-to-play player to get better and get things for free. Obviously, that's what we're going to recommend. So, Rev Wednesday stream sponsored by KFC. Did you hear that they're moving their capital from Kentucky to Texas? It's going to be Texas fried chicken. It's going to be bigger with less flavor. Dang it. Yeah. Crazy. My biggest challenge is remembering which ones I got half of last month. Same tips. And this is a big gripe I think a lot of us have, is where are we at on the free prime locks, especially in Alliance tournaments. And I actually wrote down where I'm at with like my skins so I don't overpull. Like, I hate that I've gotten the Transwarp Cube, for example, and yet it's still offering me the ability to get the Transwarp Cube skin. Like, why? Don't do that. Stop it. You get rid of it. Quit. I don't like it. Annoying. So I am going to get this one. And I need 40. I'm going to get my 5 here and then never pull it again. Got to remember to never do it again after this. You just unlock the featured glass. No clue why, but hey, it's green. Hey, there's nothing wrong with a collecting for skin purposes. Now, the glass does give you more refinery. Isn't that what it does? The glass skin? The glass with the salvager skin gives you the G5 or G6 refinery options. Is that what it does? Or am I thinking of something else? I might be thinking of the Stella skins. There's a lot of skins that are green. Anyway, glass gives you, it gives you more lat. That makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, so see, this one we have too many things in the game. Yes, even while I was saying it, I'm like, this doesn't sound right. All right, so I did just get my Columbia refits. That's neato. I'm gonna go apply that and hit a few more of these hostiles so I can get done. And let's just use this one here. We'll make it into a PvP. Yep. Here's my NX01. And we're going to go apply its brand new gorgeous refit. And again, this is actually going to make my officer pulls in the X-Borg better. You like that. And you know what? Let's go ahead and celebrate having the Columbia by applying Columbia. Let everybody know that we're better than them. We have the Columbia skin. There we go. All great. Come down here, and we got everybody doing the same thing because Scopely, in their infinite wisdom, continues to find ways to make us all go to the same systems. We had, in the day, Eclipse. Then we had Doomsday Worm. Now we've got Cardassian 50s and Lost 60s. Everybody has to go to the same system and say hi. You might as well say hello to everybody because you're going to be in there a long time waiting for everybody else. So, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Stuff. Don't forget swarms. Oh, I don't even do those. I don't do swarms even on my low level account. Swarms are dead. I don't even do that. Swarms are dead to me. No, thank you. All right. Yay! Got lost tiles done. And I do need to go and turn on my faction. I always forget. I don't always, but I forget to do this a lot. So for those who are out there, this is your reminder to go turn on your reputation events. For no other reason, get the little paltry amounts of rep and faction credits as you work on leveling up. I'll be going G5 at the very top of G5, going level 60 here in the next 60-ish days. And to do that, I need to stop being a lazy nitwilly, muffin penny. I don't know what British insult I can think of. Just imagine it was a British insult. And get my rep up, because 6 Billy ain't cutting it. I need to get that up to 15 Billy. Ninny Mungus. Yeah, there we go. That sounds very UK. I heard you haul the UK. Is that true? Yep. I haul them all the time. Yeah. I haul them all the time. I can't stand them. I haul them greatly. So. All right. Nitwit. That also seems like a good one. The new Crenum Formation Armada systems are all lost hostiles. I mean, sure, but go out all there and let me complain. Come on. Let me complain. Let me do it. If my Lorca has a 285% ship parts efficiency, why am I only getting 27%? Because that's how efficiency works. You're not thinking of how efficiency works. You're thinking it is a straight 275% reduction, which would be you be getting profit. Not how that works. So, to remind everybody, let me bring up the amazing image that we put out to explain how that works. And y'all already know where I'm about to Show you. It's on the Discord. So, wrong one. Do this one. Whee. So, this was actually for when they did the innovative engineering. But this chart still gives you the basic idea of how efficiency works. So, as you get more and more, it falls lower and lower, and the amount that you're actually getting diminishes. The return or the investment, whatever you want to call that, diminishes the more you get, because you're getting closer and closer to zero. But you can't get to zero. It's like the unit circle. Like you're just going around at different points of pi, and you just keep going, but you never get right there. So that's why. As you add more and more percentages, yes, it's helping, but it helps less and less as you get further out. But it's still good. You want more. Like you want more. But there you go. That's how it works. So you might only see a 27% actual improvement because of all the different things that have been added in for efficiency throughout the day. Now keep in mind, you still want to do that. Like don't say, oh, well, this means it's not worth it. It's a scam. No, it's not a scam. That's silly because this is how efficiency math has always been. Scopely did not invent efficiency. Scopely did not invent the formula for efficiency. They did not do that. Like, I get it. We want to blame them for everything. They did not invent efficiency. That's been around before Scopely. This is just math. Just regular old honky-dory, blame Sir Isaac Newton math. So, you still want it though, because it makes things cheaper. You're just not, getting it for free. Blame them for math. Blame them for, you know what? Where's our pitchforks and torches? I feel like we've not been appropriately pitchforks and torches this week. We need the pitchforks and torches. But they didn't reinvent it either. I love that. I actually really love that comment. They could have made it better. I love that, McLovin. You get the comment of the day. Everybody give love to McLovin. They get the comment of the day. I love that. They could have made it better. Why didn't they make math better? I love that so much. Really do. I love that so much. Comment of the day. All right. Back to questions. I can't believe that we have people really talking about random places in the UK. It's making it very difficult to answer questions because I'm like, aren't we talking about holes? Not whole health. All right. If costs keep scaling up exponentially, then the efficiency is required to make things at all achievable. Bingo, bango, lol, David. And remember, without those different upgrade efficiencies, then you can never get things like the ISS Jelly a profitable loop. There are things where the efficiencies add up to a point where it does become a net positive for you in certain situations. So always go after efficiencies when you can. They will pay out long-term for you. And as Law points out, as things get more and more expensive, you need a higher efficiency to bring that cost down to a more sustainable level. And that's completely logical. So, the Explorer Hunters event is for hunting explorers, not using Explorer. I thought it was for using an Explorer. Didn't I go and read that? You're not about to wet my willy. What? Hold on. Yeah, defeat with an Explorer. Now, is your reading comprehension bad or am I reading comprehend bad? That says with an Explorer. Try to get me. Is there a way to increase the drip of mirror universe entrance tokens from the refinery? No. I mean, you have the refinery. There is a way to make going into those systems cheaper, as in there are some researches that lower, back to efficiency. There's evil math that Scopely hasn't fixed that do allow you to lower the cost of going into that. And those are, for the most part, in the mirror research tree. So if we go into that real quick, you'll find things like mirror space warp path efficiency. Increases cost efficiency on uncommons, which, believe it or not, I actually like. I spend uncommons probably the most. But you also find other ones in here as well that lower the cost of going into systems, like rare mirror space warp. Now, I almost never use that, so never touched it, but this will make it cheaper to go into those systems, but not increase the drip, which at the honest end of the day, same thing, right? I mean, if you're lowering the cost to go in, that's the same as getting more currency. So you're talking about the mirror. You want specifically mirror vouchers? So mirror vouchers, nope. You're kind of stuck on the amount of mirror vouchers you get. Keep in mind, though, you have different things that pay out mirror vouchers, and the NSCA also helps. Oh, crap. I got to do all these pulls. I forgot to do them yesterday. Wait, do I have the ALB? Hold on. Do not have the ALB up. So put this up. Now the ALB started yesterday, right? Any chance they can show us how many Alliance credits we have to spend in the store? It's annoying that sometimes show mostly doesn't. Reboot your game and that should fix it. But yes, I agree. That should be persistent and not be problematic. That should be persistent. All right, so the AOB started yesterday, I'm pretty sure. Let me put this in for yesterday. I didn't get this in clearly. I completely messed up on not putting in things yesterday. I don't know what was going on. I apologize. Director of War, SLB. Okay, wait, did this start on the 17th? Was this a 3-day one? Because I had one on the 17th. Was this one that lasted 3 days? Piper, do you happen to remember? All right. It was a 3. Thank you, Mihai. Yeah, I thought. Thank you. All right, I'm going to delete that row. We're good there. Just hit 42. What bit smarts would you recommend for the level before leveling up? Being able to do your Zindi loop, being able to do your silent loop. And I would even recommend working on the Crenum loop. Because I think those are all good strength barometers for where you're at. So Put that there. We had lost tiles. Let me put that in the lost SMS. That way I can actually show y'all where we're at. Lost tile. Another 6,000. That one also should be available to lower level players. I'll double check that on server 710. This one did not pay out currency. I think those are the only 2 currency events, right? That started today. We had a Crenum Formation start today and a Lost Style start today. Correct, chat? Did I miss anything else? Hey, Civil, how you doing? How are you doing? And Michael, if you want to know where all... Hold on. I'm going to give you a real quick help, Mike. That you're looking for finding ship upgrades. I'm going to show you where you can see all of them all at once. Super helpful. This is a website called Spox. I'll show you where all of it's at. All right, let's do this. So, if you go to Spox Club, the easiest way for me, because I use Spox Club, I just say, hey, I want to upgrade a Sompec. Now, what I can do is I can see, this actually not synced in the past week, so I need to update this. But I can see where my current building bonuses are. So, before this most recent update, I'm at my rare, or my Explorer parts is at 1,375. It's higher now. But one neat thing you can also do is you can scroll down here and see what all affects that. You can see all these different things. You can manually change them if you need to, like Fleet Commander Lorca's stuff. If you have some that needs to get boosted, like I think I've turned this one on. I think it's at 4 now. That'll help. You can also just go to the research freeze. This is the old school Spox Club. It's not even the new one. And then you can come down here and do a filter for research from anything that you've completed that's incomplete. And I don't remember, but there was a way I could look up. It might be on the new version of Spox Club. I could actually look up ones that specifically hit efficiencies. But again, you just go to the cost calculator, type in any ship. I'll just do the Valdor because ship. And then after it populates, you can see the bonuses here, what all applies, etc. If I wanted to max out one, I can see my percentages. I can see what all applies to that thing. So Spox Club is great whether you're using the old school one or the new school one. Great for keeping up with all those things and finding where they're at. You think a scope of adding a G6 officer with abilities to Sigma repair improvements and hazard protection? Sure. And yeah. Yeah. I got nothing against the idea. And you're welcome, Michael. Happy to help. Trying to figure out if you can only earn uncommon commander skill points in store for Alliance tournament. Oh, Rich, we just covered how to do that one 20 minutes ago. You just missed it. But how about I show you? Now, you're probably not going to like the answer because you're probably not going to be able to do it. But to complete that task free to play, you actually have to do this right here. You have to upgrade this building, uncommon skill point rewards. This is the only way to do that one free to play. Upgrading this building. And that's how you do it. I actually just did it as one of mine. That's the only way. So, go. Put that back in there. Here we are. And you like the holodeck? Yes, it's actually one of the reasons I pull the holodeck upgrades. Look, even though it maxed out at 30, I'm already at 26 and 130% chip parts efficiency. Yes. As well as the 100% faction rep improvement. Yes. Yes, I like efficiencies. Anything that makes my game easier and mo better. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so we got that done. Got all these clicks in, and we're going to check our Alliance tournaments again. I've done 2 free-to-play 10K tasks. I would like to do more. That's a pure pay one. No, thank you. That is a pure pay one. No, thank you. Probably already cycled that one. See? That one's not. Hey, not for me. All right, so none of those I can do. I need to go check my primes. I know I need a couple of these still. I'm done with my Kashara. I think 5 is good for me on the Kashara. Just got to decide what else I want to invest in. Don't need these. Already have Syndicate Prime. Already have... Let's go check that real quick. Chip Parts Prime. Let's go check that. Export. All right, so I do have the G5 one. I don't have the G4 one, but I was pushing for it. And for scrapping purposes, yeah. Yeah. So I guess I'll do that. So I need to write that on my list. I hate that we have to do this, y'all, but keep your own records. Ship, parts, prime, particle. I need 500. I'll check all these others as well. Was it already brought up that they dropped the credit payouts by about 30% for all AT tasks? Hasn't changed at all, my friend. Nope. Still the exact same. I'll double check that, but still the exact same. 10K task. Yep. Still the exact same. Those are identical. Galactic Recruit, this is a free-to-play one if you have saved up enough of the emergency, if you've saved up enough emergency field rations, you can do this one F2P. And I don't think I have. How many do you need? I got 10,200. I think you need like 19,000. I think you need 9 pulls. You double check that on the list. And yeah. You need 9 emergency field ration pulls. I do not have 9. So 9 would cost you 9 times 2,200. 19,800. Something like that. Something like that. Glad to recruit from the emergency rations is a complete waste of emergency rations. It's only a waste of emergency rations if you're not getting something for it. If I'm getting an alliance task done, that's not a waste. That's not a waste. Completing a 10K alliance task is not a waste. And in my opinion, it's better than this. And definitely better than this because 1,100 syndicate ain't that much anymore. And if I pull this 19 times 20,000 syndicate, yeah, that's not worth it. So saving those to get a free K 10K task is definitely the better value in my opinion. So, loves your subspace relay, 33. What's up, Andrew? How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome in. Be nice if we could favorite research/building that we're saving materials for. That'd be very neat, Brandon. Be easier to certainly find what we need, that's for sure. All right, so let me go back in and check task. I can't do that one, and I'm not doing that one right now. So we'll just hold off on that. Let's go check and see. Omega particle, that's for prime critical strike. Prime cosmic particle for G3 through G5 prime research efficiency. So let's go check that real quick. Let's go look at the station G3 through G5 prime research efficiency. Go check that one. G3 through G5 prime research efficiency right here. So I need a full set of that. That's going to be the prime cosmic particle. Need 1,500. Probably what, 2 different pull sets from that. That'll give you better or lower cost for the researches that cost mats. So I've already done level 1 of that. I need to do level 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that now here on day 1. And let's see, timer 8 days. Yep. Thinking scope. All right, prime cosmic particle. I can only do 5 of these. So we're going to get halfway there, which is good. It's fine. How long till we know the ship to buy? Probably another 2 or 3 months. You had 5 ships come out in 2023. You had 5 ships come out in 2024. Don't be surprised if you have 5 ships come out in 2025. They're just guaranteed money makers. I'm not telling you to buy them, but even the relativity, which we kind of university, the spenders in the chat, feel free to give your opinion. We kind of agree, right? Like, we don't like it. It's very meh. It still sold well over 11,000 units. That means over 11,000 people bought it. Even though they may not have spent a lot of money upgrading it, but ships are just easy bankrolls for Scopely. They know they're going to sell ships. So expect at least 5 ships this year. So, all right. So there's our timer, but we did manage to get those 5 pulled. Nice. And ship parts prime. I think I have enough to do this. If not, I'll earn enough to do it. This is going to help me get G4 one in. Yes, I want to get the G4 one because, again, the ISS Jelly scrap loop. Anything I can do to improve those loops is more better. So that's going to make it easier for me to max Enterprise A's. And then I'm going to scrap those, make the Enterprise D super easy, lemon squeezy. So there we go. Got this one. Temporary whole health boost. Yeah, let's go ahead and speed you up. Get this going. Another 50% added to the list. Add to the list. Hoping they bring out the USS Reliant when they do the Wrath of Khan arc. I've gotten to talk to the game design team for Wrath of Khan. I'm very excited for it. I'm not telling y'all it's going to be amazing because I'm not going to hype up their stuff. Wrath of Khan is my favorite Star Trek movie of all time. I am personally excited with some of the things that I've talked to them about. I can't wait to see what it looks like. But I'm not telling you to get hype. I am 99% hype because it's my favorite movie in Star Trek history. Maybe I'm not hyping it up for them. We'll see how it is when it actually launches. But I will tell you, I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited because Wrath of Khan. So we'll see how it goes. I'm genuinely excited about Wrath. Andrew says, not sure if you were behind this, but if you were, thank you for getting a free-to-play path to the Fringy Whip. I'll say this. Fringy Whip and every CC can say, I've been banging on the table for that for a while, but you know what? I'm not alone. And there are a lot of other great people who bang the table for things and join in. And the more voices that join in, more better. There are some things that, you know, maybe I might be the loudest voice on, but I never want it to be that I'm the only voice. One, I don't want my head to be any bigger than it already is, but also it truly does take a large group of people all coming together to try to push for things to happen. So have I been pushing for the Fringy Whip? Absolutely. Do I think I'm one of the voices that help with that? Absolutely. But not a sole credit endeavor. Big shout out to the VIP mods. Big shout out to the other content creators. A lot of people have been pushing for stuff like that. So, any idea when the Wrath of Khan arc is happening? Oh, I know exactly when it's happening. Yeah, I know exactly when it's happening. Is that what your question was? I know exactly what it is. Yeah. You have 200. Do you have a 2025 video yet on what ships we can skip up to your level? No. And the short answer is none. Besides, like, Starco. None. Wouldn't advise skipping anything. Now, I'm not saying get every faction ship, but level 34, 42, 46, I get at least one. I'm not skipping any of the specialty ships. They're all needed. It's really an argument of what deserves more time at any given time. So, speaking of the relativity, eventually with proper research, with a full set, 4 rels will be able to take down the formation legs. Possibly, but why would you want to do that? Why would you want that? So, mainly with the Crenum formations eventually become like exchange armadas. I mean, the relativity when it gets maxed out has really good base stats. I don't think it's going to replace all the G6 players out there with big G6s. But short recap on what happened during the arena test. Oh yeah, I can definitely do that for you. It didn't happen because things were so wow. Never even happened. It couldn't get off the floor. Like it was on the tarmac and the engine just blew up on the tarmac. Couldn't even get started. Crazy. Bad stuff happened. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Well, let me recycle these. Wait for them to respawn and repopulate. Yeah. Any suggestions on spending acclaims? So, obviously faction ships, but I would spend it on whatever. I would wait and hold on to whatever faction ship you're going to. I think is a safer way to play that. So, wrong one. Claims. Export? Yeah, right? No. Factions. Save it to wherever you're going. So for me, I'm going to spend it on Enterprise D. Right? I'm going to Enterprise D beefier. I'm not going to do it. Now, I did it for my Vorcha, but I did it when I was going to the Vorcha. When I had my Vorcha, I wasn't just dumping stuff into it. So I would wait, and if you've got a ship you're planning for, maybe save up some Galactic Acclaims for that. And you see I've got some right here. Right now, Vorcha, I did to tier 5, so I got a 600% hull health bonus, and it was noticeable. And now I'm just going to hold off until I get to my epics, because my G5 epics are amazing. You know, G5 epics are the best PvP ships in the game until upper G6. And yeah, don't dump into those. Rev is unofficially hyping Wrath of Khan. I didn't know. This is what I worry about. I don't need y'all getting mad at Rev if Scopely pulls a Scopely. I hope they don't. I don't want Scopely to pull us. I want us to all really love the game. But I retired my hyping the game up well over a year ago. It doesn't mean I believe this game is bad. But I just got I got more disappointed than happy. And when that happened, I stopped hyping things. If we return to a point where we're hyping things, it means things have consistently gotten good. There was 2 good months at the end of this last year, right? And they got me closer to wanting to do that. This has not been that case. Past February and January were not that. We'll be doing a end of arc survey here in a week. And I'm not saying January and February were bad. I don't think they were bad, but they weren't super giddy. We'll see if the next couple of months get y'all super giddy. And if things start getting consistently giddy again, then yeah, I'll get back to be like, hey, you guys, you should really be excited about this really cool new feature that they've been working on. But until we get some consistency back, I'm not doing that. How do you get galactic claims? Through galactic invasions, which is consistently and inconsistently running. But through galactic invasions. Think Rev gave up after the board cube? Nah, I'm still here. If I gave up, I would give up. I'm just not going to risk my reputation hyping up Scopely when they're inconsistent. My love for the game has not changed at all. I still enjoy I actually enjoy this game more now than I did 3 years ago. But that's not because of Scopely, because of how I play the game and who I interact with. It's not my job to be a mouthpiece for Scopely and just blanketly say, hey guys, next cool feature, you're going to love it. Until you have consistent good results, I'm not going to just sit here and be like, yay. Now, if things are consistently yay, then I'll be consistently yay. I'm just not going to do it because they don't pay me. Like, I don't work for them. I work for y'all. And it's disingenuous for me to tell y'all to get excited about something only for y'all to be like, well, it was okay, but I really care more about my community. So that's all I'm saying. I'm very excited for Wrath of Khan because it's my favorite Star Trek movie of all time. Point blank, period. Are there things that are potentially neat in the Wrath of Khan art? Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Yes, there are. But until it's consistent, I'm not sitting here with the megaphone going, wait. There's the megaphone. Hey, 5 more packs. Celebrate ARC. Be excited. I'm not doing that. They need to pay you? No, I would rather y'all keep paying me. I really would. I definitely prefer being the voice of the people and y'all donate and y'all keep me alive than relying on Scope. So they did make me and other content creators a paid offer. It's been at least a year now, and I turned it down. They offered content creators, you design a pack. If you sell X amount of these packs, we'll cut you a percentage of it. And I said no. I don't want that. If other people do it, absolutely no shade thrown at all. I just didn't want it. I prefer to be closer to y'all. And I already have people calling me a shill. Imagine how bad the shill calls would be if I was doing that, you know? So, yeah. From Wrath of Khan, you much prefer that Enterprise? I did make it a point, and believe it or not, I actually sat down with the game designer and said, specifically, this is the Enterprise you want. Not the Enterprise A, not the TOS, the specific Enterprise you want to do, the refit Constitution. I've talked about all that, and hopefully it happens. Hopefully it happens. So, the old school Wrath of Khan or the new version, there's only one Wrath of Khan. Into Darkness is not the same as Wrath of Khan. 2 different movies, not even the same name.
Different timelines, everything. The Wrath of Khan is Wrath of